Hello and welcome back to the channel. Uh, as you guys know, I recently switched from Sony as A7R5 to Nikon Z8, and one of the things that I was missing was a good portrait lens. In Sony, as you know, their strength is third-party lens support, and even the Sony lenses are amazing, and there are plenty of them out available. Nikon have created a lot of lenses recently. They have a lot of good lenses out in Z mount, but they still lack third-party support, which in recent years have been developing. Like Tamron has created some new lenses, and there are other manufacturers that are making, but still they lack major support that Sony currently enjoys. One of the few third-party manufacturers that actually make AF lens for Nikon is Viltrox. I don't know if they're officially licensed or not, uh, but I recently came across that, and since I was looking for a portrait lens, it's a bargain at around $400. So I wanted to see how good this lens is. From some of the reviews that I've seen, despite there are not many reviews out there for this, uh, seems to be pretty reliable, pretty good reviews for this lens. But again, there's not much information out there, so I thought maybe I'll just give it a try and see how it works out. And worst case scenario, I'll be on $400. So it's almost half the price of the 1.8 that Nikon Z mount Nikon version of this. Uh, so if you already have the Nikon version, I don't think there's any reason for to pick this up. But if 85 is not a focal length that you use on regular basis, maybe it might be good worth giving it a try. So let's unbox this. Uh, so comes pretty nice packaging. Where is it open? Okay, the spider thingy. The other box away and sealed. I got it actually from the Viltrox official store. Even though it mentioned that will ship from California, but it seemed like it came originally from China because it took almost 2 weeks to arrive. And I got actually worried about it because it showed that it's been shipped, and then it was sitting at a freight forwarder. It was saying that it was UPS still awaiting for arrival, and their customer support or lack of thereof is basically they keep telling me, yeah, this has already been shipped and it should arrive, and uh, there was no update. I was like, okay, then if it says it was shipped by UPS priority from anything from California, it should take me to Texas about 4 days. But 2 weeks later, uh, but nonetheless, I got the lens, so hopefully I don't have to deal with any of the issues if I have to ship it back. But I was recently informed by them that now they have stock there. Uh, US warehouse as well, so if any orders you place should be shipping out from US. So that's model number 85, 1.8Z. Alrighty, we got a cloth pouch with Viltrox branding, instruction manual, manufacturing date information, which is not filled. It just says QC passed. So insert and finally the lens. Hmm. So based on my initial impression, the lens feel a bit heavier than I was expecting. And looking at the specs, it's about almost 1.5 pounds. So pretty hefty lens, uh, but all metal build, so can't fault the build quality on that. See, 72 millimeter filter, a minimum focus is 0.8 meters or 2.86 feet. It's a little on the long side, but this is typical for the portrait lenses. Beautiful glass. It has 9 aperture braids. Uh, and the minimum aperture is 1.8 and maximum is, or actually minimum is for f16 and maximum is 1.8. So I don't see any sealing here, so I don't know if it's weatherproof or not. It doesn't seem like, I don't see any gaskets here. So that might be a bummer, but I don't know. For $400, maybe expecting too much, but definitely feel very solid build. Nice piece of glass. Build quality seems to be excellent. That's front cap. It's nice and strong. And finally, the lens hood. I was trying to avoid tearing this. Okay. Solid build. Not cheap plastic either. Nice. Just to give you a comparison, this is the 85. Here I have the 14 to 35 or 14 to 30. This is shorter than that. And let's see if I take out this. Take this off over here. Let's see if we can compare them. So as you can see, first we have 24 to 120 f4, Vitrox in the middle, and then we have 14 to 30. So not a very big lens. And if you throw in the mix, that's another lens that I've been using from Sony E-mount. This is Samyang 51.4 Mark II. I mean, they're amazing lens, and that's one of the last lenses I've kept from Sony lineup. Still like it. Let's see, nice glass. So let me put it on Z8 and see how it performs. So just looking at things that are around me, AF seems to be pretty rock solid. You can see it's picking up the eye. So going from near to far. I think we're hitting the minimum focus distance here. It's not focusing. So I'll take some pictures and see how it actually performs. But AF seems to be pretty reliable. One thing that forgot to mention about the is that if you look at the back side of the lens, there is a USB-C connector right there on the top, which basically allows you to update the firmware, which is pretty neat. I've seen it numerous new lenses. Tamron had a couple of lenses that has this as well. So that way you do not have to rely on any external docks or anything. In this case, basically what you do is you plug into your computer, download the file, and basically just copy over that, just like an external drive, and it'll update the firmware. I haven't checked what the firmware version of this is because it's unbox. So I'll take a look at it, and if needed, I'll update the firmware, and we'll see how it goes. So that's a quick look at the Viltrox 85 1.8 in Z mount. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I read all the comments and reply as needed. And please like, share, and subscribe so I can make more videos. And if you have any comments on what else should I be covering, or if you have any suggestions for my videos, please do provide them. Thank you.